begging direct, or man will be or telling you that, oh, I'm an artist, support
music.
me. Unlike somebody who is just sitting on the roadside, you have to just go. He is coming to you. So that person and or who do you think will make more? So I'm like, this guy, it's not about the music. He's just taking money from people and he's just using the CD, saying that I'm not saying that is what he is doing, but I'm saying this is a very big possibility that could actually fetch him money. So I'm like, why are people not looking at that part? Like, why are they not looking at it?
I have bought a CD from someone like that. I don't know if it's
and
him,
I don't use the
at
CD, but because he approached
Yeah.
me, I saw it as I'm helping an artist. So imagine
So I gave him something
if
and I
he
took
gets
it.
like he goes to a popular spot and he gets 1,000 people like me giving him 20 CDs. Also, no offending no. So I was I was really wondering why people think this thing cannot happen.
Yeah.
He might not be making money off the music as a man for because
Yeah.
but the fact that what he's doing, sika air banning semono. But also he might as well be selling a chomo there and people be giving him money.
Anyways, I mean, I think
again,
this.
sometimes when they approach you, you buy for shaggy reasons.
Exactly. I
Like,
don't have a DVD player.
okay,
I buy
you know,
everything.
yeah.
I just buy for shaggy reasons.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, let me just support your hustle. You know what?
Yeah.
How much? Oh, boss, will be 10 Ghana. You know what? Just take 20.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Every go see the no menje.
Yeah.
Matches so I mean who they may find like. Well, I don't have a CD
And
player.
that is a source of income. What
Exactly.
you say? If you cannot see the cry, you're empty. But because he has approached you with something, you have bought it.
Yeah.
Now, I want to know now. Ghana across states by plan. Obi when you plan, on got now quite home, and this can make us say, oh, yeah, junkie.
Yeah.
What packaging a hustle?
Exactly. You know, Lexi the comedian was also in the news, and he was saying that he was questioning musicians why they're not doing the same, because you know you can make money off your digital streams, but you can also make money off your CDs, as he thinks. So yeah, this is just another avenue for artists.
But you see,
who are
this thing
looking at that.
is a whole conversation about why we are not selling CDs, hard copies.
Yeah.
I think we've discussed this before. The best person for this conversation, same guy, Sukri Safo. Sukri knows why, because look, when he began, he was around and he knows. I think he told a fantastic story and he gave reasons people should go back selling CDs, because it's a whole conversation we really need to look at.
Yeah. Well, thank God Adam is here now, so that he can help with our next story, because this is coming from the camp of your Empress Gifty and Agrada.
Forget him.
You not talk.
Forget him. He can't talk. He can't say anything.
Oh,
Forget him, madam.
you don't
Continue.
say anything?
Forget him.
So, you know, concerning the lawsuit against is it Prophet or Agradizi,
Please.
Evangelist
Please. You see, English is a very detailed topic and subject.
Okay.
You can't say evangelist. Her name is not Prophet. Her name is not she says her name is Evangelist.
Hey.
Thank you.
Evangelist.
Thank you. Continue.
So yeah,
Evangelist.
Evangelist.
Thank you.
Patricia
Thank you.
So despite the 20 million defamation suit that was filed against her, now the court has imposed a 6,000 Ghana cedis fine on Agrada for the delay caused by her legal team's absence. And we don't know where this matter is heading, but it's been in the news for quite a while now. I think over 2 weeks. And yeah, I just hope, because these people are two anchors in the gospel.
Uncle, mommy.
But she's an evangelist.
Oh, so
woman evangelist.
It's evangelist. What Bible call him evangelist? Check the Bible. Which calling is called evangelist?
But be careful who you are dealing with.
No, I'm not dealing with her. I'm dealing with the evangelist.
No code dealing.
No, honestly, if you are telling me Empress Gifty is a pillar in the God, I understand.
But she's an artist.
Yes. Who just won best what?
Traditional and
of the year.
Song, yeah.
You even mentioned evangelist. He's telling you, no, this person says, I'm evangelist. In the Bible, check which calling or which title or whichever prophet or whoever had the title evangelist.
Are you trying to say that no one, okay, in this case,
I'm not
if you are an evangelist or a televangelist or whoever you are, you don't belong to the gospel? Now you are stuttering.
Well, this is
televangelist is a short form television evangelist, right?
Yeah, televangelist.
Okay.
Yes. Or no, or see, or evangelist. Or evangelist. No, because that word evangelist, no. And your title, I'm not talking about hair. Oh.
Yeah.
No, will be Andre say. I'm talking about hair. Because I know say I grad mama part. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But nipa no see or yeah no. And when you mimu no. Evangelist.
Is it a thing?
Is it a thing?
It is a thing.
Evangelist.
Yes, evangelist is a thing. Okay.
Thank you.
And then I say, well, they're a very delicate topic into it. I don't want to go into it. Oh, it's very delicate.
That's a word that's not in the Bible. It's delicate.
No, I'm talking about the whole
evangelist is evangelist not in the Bible?
You say evangelist. Okay, what's in English is a word. What is going on? What is going on here today? I'm not talking about evangelist.
Mama parts.
Evangelist, yeah.
Am I thinking this wrongly?
No. Let's just see.
But
how it turns
me,
out.
I like her.
No, I like her. She trains her people in the church like military. The men, you've seen videos. Hey, the men, we are men show assume.
Yeah.
In the church, I have video.
Otumikasa.
Okasa monster lie. Namun timi sa wasi ya men show assume, and these are men. We are men show assume lie.
Commander, General.
Now, back vocalist when the bopo.
She was and don't be feeling no. No, Otumikasa. Hey, now we keep now, but hey.
President Mahama, military training now, person of the national service for the call. What we call national 6 weeks. They will shape up.
Point, I tell you. Well, my time is almost up, so let me just add this last one. Last week we were here in the studio talking about the TikToker shooting incident, and developments made to the story is that Obolo, the popular Obolo, has been released. Concerning the matter. Oh, Adam, why are you laughing? Obolo has been released.
Yeah, he's been granted bail.
He turns celeb, I tell you. So, I mean, I'm
but
sure
why were people trolling him like that? Almost on the Obolo
when you're bomba now, did you craft?
He's the real definition of Oko.
I tell you. Yeah. So we are just this matter has not seen court yet, so we are hoping to see what comes out of it and the investigations that have been made. And these are all my stories for... Okay, before I leave, Kwame Eugene said something this week. He says that his life changed after getting back from the Volta region. We don't know what is in the Volta region that he's talking about, but he says that after he went on a trip to the Volta region and he came back, that's when things started panning out for him in his career. And that's when he went to Hitmaker, blew up, and then there were big deals coming left, right, center for him. So,
I have a question for you.
For me?
Did you watch the entire interview to see why he said that?
He said the piece that is in the, what's it called? In the region that, contributed to his, but yeah.
So that should have been part of your submission because
I'm still on it.
So finish it.
I'm done. Tilly, I'm done.
You're done.
My time is up.
Because some
people
sort of adds to the, without contest, it adds to the stereotype of the region. Also, It doesn't cast a good light on his brand.
Exactly.
What you say. So
with the entire interview.
No, as in without that contest, say on your peace, on your understanding,
inspiration,
inspiration,
exactly.
Because
some people were because before the full interview dropped, some people were like, "Hey, Volta region,
exactly."
And you went to Volta, and you came and you blew. Oh,
why? But this thing I don't understand. Why Volta region? Are there no churches? Are there no Christians? Are there no Muslims? Are there no proper individuals? Are there not? And for a Serbian pedia, some fee. No, we have kosher in.
It adds to the stereotype.
But what stereotypes? I think we need to clear our minds.
Yeah.
Our minds are full of.
It's like somebody
I'm on radio.
I went to Antwerp.
Now don't go Antoine.
People don't know it's a town where normal life goes on. O can't to a pet.
That's Antoine. You draw.
Oh, okay.
People don't know say be town.
And yet you can't even go. You see, even in Antwerp, in that town,
Hey.
yes, they'll punish you. They don't joke with the river like that. You see, sometimes people don't learn. You don't go there and I say, oh dear, if you board and
play stick.
if you play stick, and after the curse, you are found guilty because you did something all right. If before you're done, and even the done here process no cry. Do you know what they do to you when you go there? You'll be hooted.
Hey.
Yes, across the town. You have to carry something. Yes, you know it already. You have to carry it across the town. People who hoot, they'll beat you heavily. They will hoot at you. Well, what? You won't do it again because they know that one, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Two, they cherish their is it a stream or river or they cherish their
deity,
god.
Yeah.
Or deity, right? So they don't joke with certain things. Don't come here and come and play with it. Or don't sit anywhere and use it to kill people or perish the lives of others. You don't do that. So when you get there,
Crazy.
Papa.
And then Mr. Osemi Volta Otili.
Okay then.
Oh, I'm going for the peace.
By the way, Matter said vote and from are different.
Yeah,
Nice.
the
Of course
because
it's
of
true.
the
I
green-
hear
That one,
say
so was
peace,
really-
like
I've been there on several
Yeah.
occasions.
yeah.
I've been there on several occasions, and each time I go there, indeed, it's true. Each time you go there, there's some peace and quiet.
Yeah, my next vacation, Beko.
Only you, please.
Only
you.
oh, by God's grace, only
I'll
me.
go with her.
You go with, okay. Oh yeah. I can go with
Don't
you.
go with any mic.
And
And go and do podcast. That's what I mean.
Oh, but podcast
Go
is
and,
good.
don't go and hold
I
mic.
Podcasts are very good. Please allow
The
us.
mics.
Oh, of course.
Podcast.
Of course.
Edem.
Podcast are something.
Edem.
Achiro.
Edem. Edem. August.
Podcast.
Thank
August
you.
Podcast.
Well, this is how I wrap up here, and these are the weekly trends for this week. Yeah.
But you didn't say anything.
About what?
You aren't in the trend.
Oh no,
Well, you
she
were-
was the first master. She broke her own
First.
story. Oh, be
okay,
there.
okay. All
Be
right.
there and be joking.
She broke herself.
Yeah, she broke herself for her first own
Wait,
story.
which story did she bring?
Her new song.
A new song, searching, guys. I'm searching. So
Actually,
please.
the way the system be dangerous, if you search, you can attract dangerous materials.
Oh.
The system be contaminated.
Oh, I'm a very dangerous material myself.
Hey.
Yeah, you be share. Bomba, could say. Fine.
Anyway, ready. Israel
Just
and
say,
Iran.
sir, Hitz, I get surprised by somebody. Never they stop.
So,
Just me cry. No, I
I also.
dangerous material. Everyone can say searching and attract virus.
At the end of the day,
B2 bombers are.
it be some way, oh. It be some way.
The bombers go crash. Bunker. Oba be share bunker. Oh, America for you.
And yeah, one other thing. Lyrical Joe also released his video.
Yeah, and I
The-
released. I
Oh,
love
but-
it.
Andy Dusty.
And like this video, you guys for coming. Like I go be the producer. I go lay your back.
You know,
Oh, Charlie.
I think yesterday I was watching it and I was asking myself, wait,
Oh.
but this one cry.
Where the
Where
producer
there?
Oh.
I was just asking myself.
I go say a message there. Somebody bring message. Message there.
If you can,
All day.
I say, hey, I say, oh, Kasa don't know. Say you talk too much.
Hey,
Hey,
no, I said no, Kasa
I mean,
Dodo.
producer come here. I go say, katam.
Obi music video. Obi have a share in the row.
Director.
I'm directing the one share. Why editing the whole?
Or the idea about the dance.
Oh, Charlie.
Hey.
Why editing the one share? Obi video.
Okay, very nice.
Because I'm thinking about it. Actually, about this thing, cry. Why was there no producer in this? I've been asking myself, how? I mean, how? Listeners, stay with us. We're live on Hitz 103.9 FM. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks very much for coming. We are about to talk. DJ Slim, you there?
I'm a Kim Palute's friend.
Just oh dear, oh no. I was like, hey, skits they be on my voice. Say, oh no.
That's really funny me.
Because we do want to see and Adam there. Anyway, how was your week?
Oh, very great.
I beg Adam, then I can tell you.
What about it?
He's not well. Adam is not well, but Adam will not rest. Adam call courts. Na Adam yare. Your booty are the opponent side. Adam yare rushing the call hospital. Yeah, rushing them call hospital la. Afe. Adam the next day was saying shows so because Adam kojina home say be anopo or have replenished. Adam ni na mana jo na one yi for kai be change we to for.
I don't know where
we go Accra by night. I mean the initiative by GTDC. I think the last stop was at Ali Bar.
Right.
And I mean a lot of fun. I'm sure Budok tired. Me, I had to run away because I didn't want Mr. Hagler to get me. So I had to run away and go home so that I'll be able to.
I want you to give me share your experience with the night.
Accra by night.
Accra by night.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's an initiative by the Ghana Tourism Development Company, and the aim is that they want to create a market for night tours because, I mean, in the day, there are tour packages by different private entities. However, the government, which is through GTDC, which has that responsibility of creating or developing tourism products, decided to take the initiative by creating a tour package in the night where the capital city is toured in the night. So, I mean, people have to get in touch and register by paying 250. Then you get into, they have a bus, that double-decker bus. Oh, nice. Then they run you through the capital. I mean, it starts at Accra Tourist Information Center. Then as they move, I mean, it was through this that I got to know certain histories in certain parts of the capital. As you're going, they start telling you this place, this happened here, this year, this. Then you move, before you get to the Flagstaff House, then they tell you the history about the Flagstaff House. Then you move a little. So wherever you get certain spots, they tell you. Then you move to now places like Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. And I think that a lot of people have been there in the daytime. I'll urge people to go there in the night. The ambience is different. I mean, when you hear the water in the night, the lighting there, oh my goodness. I mean, it's really beautiful. Ghana colors, and I mean, the aircon in some of the rooms. I mean, wherever you go, they tell you the story in the rooms. Then you move to Osu Night Market where, you can buy food among others. And this is, putting money in the local economy.
Wait, you said registration or the cost of the trip?
Yeah, the cost of the trip. Yeah, 250. Then, but they will give you some finger foods and drinks.
All for 250.
Yes.
When are you doing it again?
Oh, every last Friday of the month.
At the 4 days.
And then take me, I beg.
No
and then we don't
take me before you do this thing. Take me before you do this thing.
The interesting part, the last spot of the trip is at a pub.
Hey.
So, I mean, subsequently, they've been going to Republic.
Oh,
this time around, the last trip was at Aliba.
People
come with their friends. We go to the last spots at the pub so that we can enjoy the music.
Oh, nice.
And it was there, some of the places where some drinks were introduced. I heard them my names and I'm like, wow.
Oh, Adam.
Meeting Pampa and Nikeko and ANDY DOSTY. But a family in Pampa.
Okay, that's it.
And so the next trip is
Yeah, that's the last Friday of July.
last Friday of July.
That's the next trip.
You,
And so
so
you're on board.
But who killed?
Yeah, yeah. So yesterday, Bulldog was on board. I mean, it was beautiful.
Oh,
I mean, big ups to Professor Kobe Mensah and Professor Madame Alabi and Felicity Nelson. They are at GTDC and making all of this.
Can I bring children? That's if
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to come with you and I want to bring my
people
babies.
came with children. I mean, you see, because it's history.
And they all share the same fare or
Oh, I mean, I don't know, but they were with their parents. I mean, and they were listening to some of these beautiful stories. Charlie, yesterday I saw, that picture is really rare. Kwame Nkrumah's mother's picture. When they brought Kwame Nkrumah to Ghana, his funeral, and you see that big picture in there. And, I mean, that time the mother was blind. And, I mean, she was wailing. I mean, a very emotional picture. And also the coffin they put him in from Guinea to Ghana is there. His trunk is took to school. I mean, those places, you don't take pictures. So those things are mostly not out. If you go there, I mean, you see interesting things about
what are the portals for us to register? And
it's on the flyer. I mean,
which flyer?
Normally, they do a flyer, and you'll see that. So it's, you see, this is one of the flyers. Accra by Nights tours.
Is it on the GTA page?
GTDC and GTA and Ministry of Tourism.
Right.
Oh, nice.
So, listeners, that's how it went down yesterday. The Accra by night. Wow, it's good. At least it's a good experience. Adam will always.
But I mostly always go alone. That's the
not then. Hey.
Who asked? Say who?
They didn't say money.
They are wonderful froze.
Charlie.
Because he never asked.
What did I say? What did I say? Oh. We all know that August.
I'm declaring my assets before.
I think he's declaring his assets.
Okay, we are about to talk, listeners. Keep it tuned in here on Hitz 103.9 FM. It's Showbiz Review Extra. Yep. Stay on.
Now me see me na me see walk as hey. Ade o kasa unu musi. We need to be.
That's too much. Okay, too much.
Obi intro comment section. They are not lyrical joke.
What's it say?
Say.
Look what crying say.
And if I job bohona obi
you
intro lyrics.
You know when we were recording,
cannot listen.
When we were recording, he had done one be I liked pa. I they go come no the guy change. I'm like oh, Gaza do. Oh my.
Hey, what was that new?
What?
You got a sauce to chill. Is it all by or like pejan on the pan?
I would say yaba.
And I say yaba.
The rhyme, the rhythm. I mean, and I think someone
in a storyline or so.
To write on my
your timeline.
Wall. Yeah. That's this guy, Cities.
Black City.
Obin Fianco. He says that Godfred guy, Siddharth and Tanam, Godfred Tanam, that's how we call it. He used to work with TV3. He's not around now. He said Andy has a very good timing with his rap. So, yeah, I mean, you were going with the rhythm. It was questions you were asking, but you're trying to go with the rhythm and the flow of the beats with some rhyme.
Somebody, when it came, someone said, gravity no be force. This one, they be LG rifle. I'm like, okay.
I don't know, say, Uncle T, give me blow.
No, but you see me, I have no problem if anyone writes for you. The reason is Michael Jackson safe, the greatest of all time. People wrote for him. People wrote for him. Heavy D, Teddy Riley, R. Kelly, Rod Temperton, Quincy Jones. All of these people wrote songs for Michael Jackson. And go for a TOTO group now. I mean, person the man over
TOTO.
Yeah, TOTO.
I'm saying 2.
Not 2. 2.
Say TO 2.
TO yes. TOTO yeah.
2.
They what?
No,
the Americans they call it Toto.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Toto or Toto.
And
well, that one. Yeah.
TOTO 2.
TO2.
And that TU you then.
Another TO so 2.
That TU you then.
2 and you 2. TU you 2. But the music group is TOTO.
What another pronunciation be?
Nah, I say like may run it back. In Spanish because when
Spanish
sounds very different. Like ba baby bobu. What's I say difference? No, clear. Ba baby bobu, tateti totu. Like different.
You can. Born in Spanish, man.
How do you call it? Is it phonics?
Yeah, in Spanish, but they like every letter is emphasized, like it's pronounced, so nothing goes under anything. If it's word, there'll be accent on it to show. But
in Spanish,
yeah.
How come J is he?
No, that is their sound. Now you want them to say your own J. So J.
How come Jesus is pronounced Jesus?
Okay, so J in Spanish is not called J. It's called
H.
Jota. It's called Jota.
That's
Jota.
Okay.
It's not. There's nothing like J. It's called Jota.
Right.
So when you are chatting with a Spanish person,
right,
like instead of say ha 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 like it's J. So there is ha ha ha, and H there is called Ache. So the Ache there, when you pair it with another like a vowel, is silent. So H is always silent. So before I say
so let's say accent is accent.
Yes. So if I want to say aser, like to do. So if I want to say what are you doing, K assess, I'll say K assess. I'll not say K assess.
Right.
The H is silent, and the H sound is the hota, which is the J.
Oh, okay.
So then how do you say?
He
keep pleading.
He
keep pleading. And the other kind of say.
I cannot help you.
I cannot.
I cannot help you.
Help me. Hey, Kejua Nankasa, Kejua. Yeah. Eric, I see the word. Eric loves the interview with Lyrical Joe. Yep. Nice one there. Oh, okay. Righty. Listeners, we are live. Send your messages and we'll read them on air. Mind you, we're also on X, right? Pedroa Maldina Cruz says, watching and doing the listening, loud and clear inside Indianapolis. Kumasi Thanos. What happened to Kumerica? Kumerica. Solomon Akonobakume said, King of the Airways, Mr. Andy Dusty, you stir the air. Greetings, sir. Daddy P says, Andy, the money you are talking about is 200 CDs. The 200 CD coin is like the Pentagon shape. Aha! So we had the 200. Where's Debbie? Okay, yeah. It was a 200 CD. Daddy P said, hey, till you are say, evangelist or evangelist? Someone Yamis Soto says, good morning, Andy. Kofi Luma says, good morning, Mr. Andy Dusty. Please tell Tilly and Nipa I'm working hard to buy a house at Trasako, watching live from UAE. Banner Richard says, good morning, Mr. Andy. I'm SM Lord inside Suhum. I'm the Eastern Region music promoter. At Ivy Stone is our dancehall queen here. She's too good. She just released Tough Girl, so go listen. She sometimes sounds like Ebony. Africa, get ready.
People will not break out of this Ebony. Hey.
Kofi Luma Sandy Dusty, please, what happened to you and Amrado Berna medical song? Hey, Charlie.
Story day.
Oh, story no. Okay, story day, but I can't. Oh, it not be anything. Medical says I should release it. Amrado says I should release it. But Andy Dusty is slowing down.
Right.
You know me, I have a pace I move when it comes to especially the other time someone said Sako the whole music pass, but me I think I'm worse when it comes to that. Yeah, because me I have a song I did with Stoneboy in 2011 or so, and I still have the song because I'm still not comfortable with the sound. There's something I need.
Something is missing.
Yes, there's something I want before I release it.
I said there's a song taking Luther. Those is like
Right.
2014 or so.
And it's still there.
Shoot video, everything. The song not there.
Because sometimes I
didn't like the song.
There's no edge. That thing is not, something is not pushing you to release it, right? As it stands now, I want to, there's this song I want to release, but okay. Emirates Young says, Andy, listening live from Dubai. Mind Matic says, good morning, Daddy. Banner Richard says, Mr. Andy, you get vibes rough. Vibes they forget. If I get your girl, Hey, let's start talking. Kojo Koto Boateng is in the news. Kojo says, musicians or creatives are only recognized when it comes to elections. Kojo Koto Boateng is the co-host of Joy FM Super Morning Show, and he has bemoaned the lack of unity and strategic planning within Ghana's creative sector, attributing much of the stagnation to individualism and short-term political interests. He had an interview with Dorina View and observed that the sector's most noticeable activity often aligns with election seasons, where personal political alignment takes precedence over long-term development. His comments came as the United Kingdom's announced a £30 million investment package for its music and wider creative industries, forming part of a broader 10-year strategy aimed at unlocking economic growth, nurturing talent, and supporting innovation across sectors like fashion, film, gaming, and design. The plan is expected to generate an additional 1 million jobs and boost the UK economy by £50 billion by 2030. By contrast, I beg your pardon, Ghana's creative industry continues to battle with structural issues such as inadequate funding, weak policy implementation, and limited infrastructure. Despite its wealth of talent, the country has no clear long-term development blueprint for its cultural and creative economy. Attempts to support the sector have often been piecemeal, politicized, or short-lived. Stakeholders have frequently lamented the lack of a national creative fund, minimal training opportunities, poor enforcement of intellectual property laws, and the absence of platforms that allow local talent to scale globally. Major government-led initiatives are rare, and private sector partnerships remain undeveloped due to high risk and limited incentives. Listeners, please listen to Kujakutu Boateng.
What I've noticed about the showbiz space is that we get active during elections, and people largely go with their stomachs and not the sentiment of the. And we are so divided. Look, in the other spaces, we are divided, right? But we do business, and everybody sees their profit and loss accounts at the year. So even though some people are NDC, MPP, we all agree that we need to make our 5 billion. So whether it's NDC or MPP, when you sit around the table, push them so that we hit our 5 billion.
The stakeholders.
Yes.
And it's a federation, right?
Yes.
It's a federation. So obviously,
we have FAGE, we have Chamber of Agribusiness, we have even the AGIs, which also do their stuff in this regard, and we organize ourselves.
Yep. Kujakutu Boateng there. Adam.
Yeah, I was seated by him here, and I mean this is a fact. Just last 2 weeks or so, Andy, I'm sure you were at the
British Council.
TGMA, yeah.
Yes, the music summit.
The kind of divisiveness and the lack of understanding of coming together, disagreeing to agree to achieve a certain goal has really been a bane of the creative sector. And that is why I was saddened that over some period, politics has also crept in, because already there was a challenge with unity in the space where people do not see the need that, okay, let's put ourselves together to achieve this goal. We are struggling solving that. As a result of this many disunity, a lot of the bodies are not functional. I mean, Actors Guild. I mean, most of the bodies in the creative sector are not so strong, and they cannot even push for policy measures, among others. I don't even recall the last time that some of these bodies propounded certain policy initiatives and went to call on the ministry that put this in place. I mean, the divisiveness, mostly the government has to lead this effort. And if you look at other bodies, even though they are not bodies backed by the Constitution, among others, they have been able, or unionized bodies, but they have been able to achieve certain things together. So, I mean, it is about time that we put some of these things behind us and forge ahead to be able to, I mean, impact decision making so that the sector can grow, because the sector is late. Look at the Creative Art Act, which was put together. Getting to have a certain LI to operationalize it became for 8 years. We were not able to achieve this. When the group, which was set up and led by Ken Fiati, among others, had done their job, what was left was that they have to go around to explain to the people to implement this document. And it never saw the light of day. You see, and nobody coughed within that period. A sector, because a sector can be vibrant if there are certain policy measures driving it. And this sector has been left dispersed. So, we are that unison and unity with purpose in terms of policy direction has mostly been missing. And we kept quiet till this time. And I think we are still quiet. The Creative Art Act, and I say, I mean, so a sector which has a certain policy document, standardizing and ensuring government, inclusiveness in the running of a sector, that document for many years has not been operationalized, and it's like nothing they happen. So we need to be able to see the space as what is running us in terms of generating income and putting food on the table for people, so that we same people will not say we don't have an industry, we don't have this. What are you doing to have an industry? Are you just happy saying you don't have an industry? We don't have. So that sense of unity in purpose needs to be the topmost priority of players in the creative art, like others are doing in other sectors, so that we'll be able to achieve some of the, basic things we want to see done in the sector.
Okay.
Okay. So
Someone said the way I call you, as if I have some serious relationship with you.
Well, you're part of the very few people who call me that way. So aside my parents who call me Ekuya. And I Ekuya Nipa.
Nipa.
Yes, Ekuya Nipa is my father.
I had a friend. That was her name. Maybe some Sandra. Was it Sandra? Anita. Nipa. And I used to tease her. I was like, Nipa.
Kofi Kenata came into my DMs some time ago. I said, I have some girl. He used to know where he talked about somewhere where he was young. The girl moved. I said, what's to stop me? I'm not the one. I said, also the Nipa, Mami Nipa. And I said,
Mami Nipa. I'm
not the one.
Okay, go ahead.
This conversation, so one thing I've realized, especially after I came into the industry, following the industry issues and things, is I realized that most of the creatives and that has been our thing. That's been our thing. And for a long time I didn't understand, but after some point I understood how that thing has become a part of us. So here's what I noticed. I realize, one man you to me more, those that we've given power to, whether through voting or through association head or whatever, they are not doing their jobs, because these people have the power, collective power of the people to make decisions that impact on the sector. What you are saying, but for some reasons they are unable to do, because it's either they are in court, struggling for once again the power, their power over the general job duty of theirs, and now the government has put people who don't understand our sector, until once they are there, they are doing what they like, and then the deputy is struggling. And at the end of the day, if the people who have the power of the people, young creatives, also have the backing of the government and can access resource and advocate for things for us, are not doing their job. Or no, Kwame, when you're one hit, no, Okoshia Minister Bill, or no, advocacy for the creative arts. No, he's also thinking about what he can get in the moment to sort himself out. Because if Gamro is not working and he doesn't have hope of getting royalties there, is he the one going to tell a minister Bill with Shano on the side, say, oh, more fixing Gamro? No, no. He would think about himself.
You
first.
Should have been at the music summit.
Me?
Hey.
Why?
Hey, Adam, tell her.
Tell me.
There was some serious banter. Charlie, copyright copyright office, Gamro, and then what's the name of the people that came from Downtown Publishing?
Yeah.
You should have been there.
And the patrons.
It was insightful. It was very educative.
As a stand, like the way Gamro and copyright office were speaking. It's like
the work
Gamro is only collecting about 10% of what they have to collect for artists. In Tibeten and Kofunya, 200 Ghana.
Exactly. So my thing is, if the people who have the backing to be able to fix the system, or even advocates for us as an association,
are not working.
Or me till my minister. I'm thinking about what I can do to impact on my podcast so that I will do it. So all the time when they meet us, they realize our conversation with them are very myopic, are very small. And it has become the norm, because your opinion for no and your associations no, they don't care about us, and that has been a problem we have to look at. What you say? So I at some point I was beginning to think. So why am I skipping the person in charge of Gamro, skipping the person in charge of copyright office, skipping the person in charge of associations, FIPAC and Co, and I'm coming to blame somebody because our minister can say here me pacho boa me fool. No. What mandate does he have? To be better or bet you catch a minister say you say than the minister who goes to parliament to go and do things for us, or than what you say. So these people are the ones you are supposed to be holding accountable, not the mere person who is looking. Because on him say or the whole system now, the system is not working. No person ADD. So everybody is looking at their parochial interest because there's nobody looking at the interest of the industry, and that is on everybody. We cannot. I will not like. As I said initially, I didn't understand, but after a while, I was like, no, baby, you coso.
Hey, good morning to you, DJ Fo.
DJ Fo.
Yes.
Big ups to him. To him, my guy.
Nice guy. Oh, hard dream pass.
Oh, a guy,
But with the summit there, you see my problem. I think someone mentioned. I don't know whether Obo or someone mentioned that the people who matter, the people who are supposed to be in this meeting, were not even present. Why is it always so?
That's the point. I mean, it's like
why
the kind of growth we want to see and we say we want in terms of action, the actions do not speak of the kind of growth we want. It's like we are cool, and it is why things are like the way they are. I mean, those who have the gravitas, who are the shakers, do not get involved in things like that. I mean, that would have been a nice opportunity for those who have even been complaining on social media about, to come and encounter these people one-on-one. Because you will not visit the office. That man was saying, you will not visit their office. If you will not visit their office, you will not engage them, and all you write is Facebook. Now there's an opportunity for you to encounter them and pour out your grievances and listen to responses from them. You know, go show up. And I mean, I on the other side, I love that when I saw a lot of the young people coming, because the other side is that these people are not at times even registered with GAMRO, and they do not have like locus to say. However, they are learning, and some got the opportunity to now go and register as freshers. But those who are already in the scheme and are facing the challenges, who can be part of the paradigm shift, do not show up. Because, I mean, you know, Obo made a suggestion that some of the companies who are owing GAMRO, what if these musicians come together with GAMRO, and they walk to their office? They walk to these offices. I mean, the kind of attention and spotlight which will come will force these companies, telcos among others, to pay the musicians their royalties.
So is there not a musician union or association here in Ghana? Don't we have some?
What?
So don't we have
Musica.
association or unions for musicians? So you see,
the question is, are they members?
Aside that,
no, because if you are not a member,
some are members.
How would you go there?
No,
I see where
we already have
it's coming
members.
from.
Before you can form an association, I'm sure you have a certain number. What are you doing with even those ones? Because listen, it's
like,
about value.
They don't care.
If
you
I
see,
see
like,
the value of what you are doing for them, I will join.
Yeah.
But I don't see anything. Conversation will
If
come
Yvonne
up.
Nelson,
See the way people were.
if Yvonne, before anyone blows it out of context, let me finish this statement. If Yvonne Nelson could assemble creatives on a vigil, or was it?
Yeah.
And they there was a demonstration, right? With the candle lights, and you remember the lanterns,
Yeah.
right?
The Doomsday Vigil.
That's right, because it was necessary. People felt like they needed lights. They needed something to help them or equip them work properly or make lives easier. your music. To some musicians, this is their 9 to 5. Someone does nothing apart from music. Or studio. I know some musicians who have nothing else apart from music. So they eat, sleep, drink, walks, everything studio.
Yeah.
That's where they sleep. Right? For someone like that. Yet we call you for a stakeholders engagement and you don't show up. What's the point?
Mr. Andy, I
In
must say,
staying
And
in
this
the studio.
contributing to shaping up the industry in which you apply your trade.
Mr. Andy, so another thing I've noticed about your sector, Hanise, unless the thing is affecting them directly, they don't show up. So all the time, especially the artists, and this is one thing I've noticed about the artists, it becomes an individual fight. Ghana, wake up. The only time you see when the share talking about the ban on advertising alcohol is when she went into a deal and then
It
backfired. You get it. So
And
unless
I arranged for a meeting. I arranged for a meeting with well, friend, I remember
Bullets,
the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
The Gaming Commission of Ghana, the then I don't know whether he's still there. I have to find out. Even a few days ago, he sent me a message. Mr. DF and Mr. Annan is my very good friend. They are boss. And I took Sadiq with me because we had finished work. And I was saying, Sadiq asked, but why they go? I said, they go Gaming Commission of Ghana. He said, why? What's up? I said, oh, I have a meeting with your boss. He's my friend. He said, oh, Chala, am I allowed to? I said, yeah, let's go. So I went with Sadiq. And we went to see him. And Mr. Annan mentioned that if we have any issue, any explanation we need, we should just come. His doors are open. One thing led to the other. He even sent a representative here, and Charlie, that day we roasted there, Papa. Oh, Charlie, that I feel not Nasemie. Yeah, and even with that, few musicians called in to find out or ask questions.
exactly.
Me, I had signed a contract with Gayhawk at that time. Oh, Charlie, I just signed. Oh, Charlie.
Meow.
Oh, Brandon.
Why your calculation?
Oh, Belma. Because no, it was good.
Yeah.
The cash was good. Guess what? The day at the go sign that thing. Oh, there was this lady called Ruby. Ruby, she broke it everything. Charlie, we did go.
So now, whom for Nick? I said, "Obesan my ashes."
I just
But on your way.
one phone call. Charlie. But you say they go sign. I say, yeah. But me a suit because this suit had been in my closet.
Special location.
Yo, I wouldn't be wearing for my birthday. But Charlie,
What could you do?
cameras near the Jack, have you checked the internet? Say no. Why? What's up? Shall I see your celebrities boot to me inside here? Say, "I'm a celebrity." No, me funny agro.
Any person?
At that time, since Marco Krekumante was our boss at the time, so I had plans, Charlie. I think I had bought a laptop and someone stole it or something. So Charlie, me plan, yo.
How do you call
My calculations.
We yank a change you from Kojamo and you'll be anymore.
FDA say no, and this thing had been a big challenge.
Yeah.
I think the only times I had Shatawale and when the Sheikh coming was when a Nigerian had been contracted to advertise for
Casapreco.
was it Casapreco or I think one of them drinks. I think Charles Okocha or something. This guy had come in to advertise and shoot a commercial, and Ghanaians were fuming like, really? This is so, and indeed, it was so unfair.
Yeah.
You get
Imagine
it.
at that time, Jack.
You get it.
Come on now, Messi fear too. Me am the big crack. Messi, banana train you to train.
And then come a beji back corner be.
Oh,
So imagine artists, they came together and then they whatever, some whatever. But you see, the fight became individual because say when the church song Koko Penny will be down for Koko, yeah, well good. That was the only reason she was shouting, Ghana, wake up, I am Muntio, Ghana, Musario. What I say? Because it affected her. And you know, sir, and Kamia, and Tamiaku, white, your dream system, so with the big acts who could also have the influence to do things. No, it's also one of your problems our sector because Obo ha Ghana come on the way there because no he's trying to say ask up was saying yeah they are to onyanisika otimibo shows. At this point now or yeah high our system nima on dream future no say in the next 30 years how will my music career look like? So if there's any advocacy that will take 15 years to materialize, why don't I get involved now? In the next 15 years, no, that system is fixed. But because can personally, and that has been the thing with the sector, unless it's affecting the person.
Each one for himself.
Each one for himself. So how come the associations won't take us for granted? Because the association, let's say, I'm going to say, one of the associations, I don't know if it was musical or it was the film, or bit another one. And a mutual letter said they should come back else. Meanwhile, the problems, the reason the people left the association, you are still not addressing. What problem? They say they have left and they are going to form some. So it's just about their willingness to have power. Yeah, the bosses of a but a woman, I was somewhere, to let the people or a young person who is not signed or has not registered say that let me register onto this because it comes with this benefit. They are not willing to do, but they just want the title for whatever reason. Yeah, they want the title.
And I mean, for many years, Actors Guild infighting. Actors Guild, you don't have a president. And I mean, big ups to Mikio Sebeko, Master Richard. I mean.
Speak up.
Big ups to Mikio Sebeko, Master Richard. He's declared his intention to salvage the association because
with what?
I mean to salvage the state of the association.
With what?
It's about taking up the charge to ensure elections happen and there is a leadership.
And no, but Adam, you think elections will solve the problem?
But no, it has to
when
take somebody to bring.
Solve a problem?
No, it has to take somebody to bring feuding parties together. You understand? So if everybody sits ajar, what happens? Oh, I mean that's why even the courts. You've done a course, a program, or you are doing, Mr. Dosty. That's why the court recognizes ADR, alternative dispute resolution. Some resolutions can be solved through
trying to resolve a problem with people who see power and themselves first ahead of the duty they have to people.
It doesn't mean it should be left.
With what?
Oh, it doesn't mean it should be left like that. It doesn't mean it should be left like that. I mean, there is no harm in it.
I'm an ADR practitioner.
Yeah.
And yet, look, if there are feuds, it will be solved. However, problem is, is it just some wronglings? Or it's something that government need to step in, or it is an individual problem.
Exactly.
Problem. Like there are a lot of division.
Okay, wait. So he's coming to solve by being the head, so that he whips them in order.
Or what?
That is, I mean, Andy, I say, as we day here today, Tilly say. Tilly say, you know go make you host. Me, I say, I go make you host. Then Debbie say, oh, this person go host. And because of that wrangling, the show no they go on. The show no they happen. Nobody do feel come sit here because if you come confusion.
Adam.
And somebody says that, oh, okay,
Adam,
I want to take up the trouble to bring the
scenario you just gave. There is a boss who can just come and sack Tilly to go.
No, you are making it seem.
You see the example you just gave.
Yeah, you are making it seem
Tilly
impossible.
said she won't let me host.
Yeah,
I am saying I won't let Tilly host. Hold. And so because of that, the show is not happening.
Yeah.
Debbie Sway can choose to come and be the host, or they should go and bring Kwame Dazi or Doreen Avio to come and host. If it won't fly, it won't fly. What may be the problem? There must be something underneath. Yes. There must be a hidden
so he's
element.
Inside. He understands the problem.
So what is the problem?
The hidden element. No, the hidden element is the politics in our idea. No, ain't MPP for our more side and NDC for our more side. Ain't acquire chronism. Oh, and mini pana it's not for us. Ain't MP no mubogu. Ain't if you speak the truth and be free.
Maybe he has the magic one. You know.
Magic one, babe.
To I mean, bring the fusing parties together. I mean, let's give him the benefits of the doubt. I mean, you know, when it comes to
if he wants to do it for good intentions, he has our support. But I don't think these people want the thing to be fixed. I honestly don't think they want it to be fixed. I honestly don't think because. There's some people who thrive in chaos.
Oh, of course.
And a broken system always benefits somebody. Anybody that sits and watch a system to be broken for long, it means they are benefiting some way, somehow from that broken system. So we must
not sit down and put our hands in despair. Let's support others to bring them together. You understand? I mean, look at what happened to music when Obo left. It took years.
So one thing you are not paying attention to. So the scenario you gave, which is the Hitz FM, Tilly Sobe hosting. There is somebody who has power, autonomy, that can say, hey, Tilly, get out, and that is it. These people are operating with a constitution that all of them understands. So they know where they can trigger and poke and the loopholes to prevent work. And without you two, you cannot be a dictator and say somebody is raising a genuine concern with the constitution. So in their own way, they have found a way to operate in brokenness. Also, these are our own people. Let me tell you, really I have met some of these people, talking to them. They are very intelligent people. Very intelligent. They know what they are doing. So for them to sit for the system to break that long, they are benefiting one way or the other. I'm telling you. They are because they have the solutions. They know.
So we should stop them.
Who are the we? No? Who are the we?
Those
are the who?
those who have what it takes. I mean, those who are already in
honestly, it. Be honest. What do you say? Me my beans will be our bemu. Me beans will be our bemu. So say me no exactly. We know the solution because they are benefiting from the brokenness. It should be
crashed out.
Who is
and that's why
out?
I support Mikhail Sebeko on this journey.
What is he saying? What is he? Oh, question will be someone still answer and wait. What?
No, you know
why I'm so quiet?
No,
because you are still not giving me any answer.
No, because answer Mickey knows the challenges.
Which are what?
He knows the challenge. It's all about. I mean, what is out there is about the divisiveness and the misunderstanding in. Allowing somebody to take up the leadership. I
like Mickey. Yeah. He's my guy. Yeah. He's so up. Look, Mickey Abeng, right? I mean, when it comes to ideas and maybe he can do an excellent job. But with your case or in this context, where he says he's coming to solve what? I want to be saying who are the corner.
Because people don't feud out of nothing. First of all, why are they feuding? And then now you know the crack of the matter. That's why he's asking, say, what's plan of Charlie? That's true.
Some change must happen somewhere. I mean, I always want to be a positivist, and I want to believe that something can stop somewhere.
I understand. It's
because I guess in Kofonu, they will be happy misbehaving. And we need to have people who are poised
and that
to
is why
stop.
It comes back to the story you read. Now, everybody is thinking about their parochial interests. Because when who said, as a group, because one more down, they don't care about OPR drainage, stomach direction, and how they can feed on a broken system.
Yeah.
It's no what done the ambassador of Spain? Or drain what you say, your money way or drain like everybody was thinking about what they can get because as a whole industry way, train the next 10 years we'll be having the same conversation. There's that time with the Maserati.
Gosh.
That'll be the only difference.
Okay. Listeners, let's move to our next story. And this one, issue. Guys, get on Facebook and watch this. 2 South African men identified as Rui and Louis. Pastor Louis. Where's the Louis? Rui and Louis from South Africa. They have stirred the conversation on social media after sharing photos of themselves kissing. Ew. That's a mouthful. Kissing under Ghana's independence arc. Or arch. Which one is it? Is it arch or arc? Yati. The images, which have been circulated on social media, show the couple in matching red-themed outfits smooching under one of Ghana's symbolic national monuments. Their kissing moments under the Independence Arc has drawn reactions from many social media users. While some other social media users have supported the couple's stance on LGBTQ plus visibility, many others have expressed disappointment and outrage over the location they chose for the photos. Netizens argue that the Independence Arc is not just a tourist site, but a symbolic space that should not be used for what they describe as provocative messaging.
People don't understand activism, Anna.
Just say. I'm trying to. Is it? I want to see the pictures.
Yeah, I'm watching it on Facebook. I'm looking at it on Facebook.
No, on our.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it from.
On our page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Guys, if you've not seen it yet, well, I'm on it, but I can't find it. But if you are on Facebook at Hitz 1039 FM, if you've not seen it yet, just you log on and you see the pictures.
And you know, Sam George was one of the most tagged and most mentioned on social media when the incident happened.
Why were they tagging him? Is he the only person?
They are saying he was leading the charge against LGBTQ in the then administration. What has changed? And he came back to reply them. And this is what he said. That he traveled. I want to really.
Must he be in Ghana before he responded?
No, he was in Volta. I think he was having a program.
Maybe he was busy.
Girls in ICT program. And I knew Sam George will not allow, it to slack. He go respond.
Yeah, but he's no pushover. You all know him. Anango! He's feeling rough. That's my guy.
Sam George.
Sure.
Yeah, and he really respond the hard way. Because, when he came, it was like...
What did he say? Adam will always...
He will not find the thing first, so he will jump into the conversation now. Holding
No, I found it, but I think what I found was a different one.
Who is this guy?
So this is what he wrote. He wrote, I have just returned to Accra from Ho in the Volta region, where I attended the climax of our successful Girls in ICT program. I have seen numerous tags and posts about the abhorrent disrespect of our culture and values by two, in quotes, useless individuals. The disrespect of our national symbols is despicable, to say the least. He went forward to say, however, I am shocked to see apologists of the NPP calling on me and demanding action. What a shameless lot. We are where we are today without a strict legislation on these ills because former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo failed and blatantly refused to sign the Family Values Bill into law after Parliament of Ghana and courts had cleared the bill. You defend the immoral stance of President Akufo-Addo then, and today you want to pontificate? How dare you? I have, along with my colleagues, in Parliament resubmitted the Family Values Bill. It has gotten to Mr. Speaker. It has gotten Mr. Speaker's approval and should be laid for first reading any moment soon. The values, morals, and innocence of our children must be protected. I would demand that President John Mahama sign the bill when we get it passed again. My position has not changed, but I despise hypocrites. Law enforcement must identify the two miscreants in the viral photo and apply full rigors of existing laws on them for God and country.
Amen.
Honorable Sam George.
Mm-hmm. I also saw KOD. KOD also came in to ask, who are they? That they should keep their stuff away from our monument. Yeah.
I mean, it's you see, it would have been beautiful if that family values.
KOD says, who are they? Do your thing, but not beneath our independence monument.
I mean, it's sad that as it stands, we do not have some clear laws tackling such issues. I mean, and that is why Sam George was hitting that if it was passed earlier, by now we would have been having a law which is dealing with some of these things. Because, I mean, if you what charge are you going to
apply?
You know, and what works is the sodomy, unnatural carnal knowledge. Unnatural carnal knowledge. And that is where you can take her because, you know, sex must be done the natural way. And we know the natural way of having sex.
You know what, please, Adam, let's not, listen, let's not go there, right? Hold on.
I'm arriving at something.
I beg you, hold. Let's not go there. That's not part of the discussion. I want us to look at how they arrived at this and what are the...
Andy,
I beg you, when I started, my main concern was the monument.
Yes.
I mean, they could have taken, if the pictures were taken at Makola or Achimota or anywhere else, I don't think anyone would have had any problem. But if you realized the concerns are about the
national monuments,
I mean,
and that's where
again, it's so significant. How does it connote? How do you connect it with what they're doing?
That's where I'm coming to. So what I was trying to say is that now our laws has been limited to like the unnatural carnal knowledge. So if it is not natural carnal knowledge, then that is where you have a problem. So it's like if it doesn't show that this is unnatural, there wouldn't be a challenge. So that is why this family value bill was to tackle.
You see,
I'm coming.
You don't see why I said
I'm coming.
Kasano. Obi kasapeno atiesi. Mo kasano bi bempe wo say I'm coming. Hold on. You see, with what you said, what does
so allow me?
No, wait.
You go see.
Wait. Oh, you never saw them. You see, sometimes you
so
have
I'm
to
coming.
Yeah, hold. You only saw them kissing. Don't start an argument. Don't start something you cannot defend later. Hold. The fact that they've been seen kissing has nothing to do with whatever you call unnatural or what. No. Please.
Andy.
It becomes legal because look, here people now you are talking about law. You just mentioned that there are no laws that apply and then. If anything is applied, then now they go and pick your footage. That Adam, you mentioned that, and then they come to defend that. Oh, but please, we're only kissing. We are.
No, I've not even tackled them.
But then what are you saying?
Yeah,
because they are the subject.
Yes, yeah. So wait and get me. I'm emphasizing on the laws we have currently.
Do we?
Yeah, we have like the issue of unnatural carnal knowledge is a law. Is a law. I mean, I followed the case of sodomy where Dr. Seydou Gabas was, sentenced in prison. What I'm trying to say is I'm stating what is fact. So there's no problem. That is the law we have. Then, aside that, these members of parliament, about 7 of them, came together to present a certain bill. These are the grounds I'm laying. That, yes, we have unnatural carnal knowledge law. We have members of parliament who have also presented family value bill, and that is aimed at tackling even advertising or anything which is seen as promotion of some of these things. So what I'm trying to say that if
haven't we seen people promote it on social media?
Yeah, so we don't have we don't have so ordinary kokota.
Just say there's the law. Now there's you don't
No, you don't get me.
I don't get you.
Yes,
because I'm confused.
Yes, what I'm trying to say, Andy, is that we have law which talks about unnatural carnal knowledge.
Right.
However, there is a lacuna or a loophole when it comes to the promotion among others. Because
on which grounds?
On which grounds?
On the same law now.
So I'm coming. No.
How did this Professor Gabal or you mentioned his name, right?
Sodomy.
But this is not the
So
same
Andy,
law.
let me come. Say if there is law, like the members of parliament will not go and present the family value bill because that is to tackle a certain lacuna, and one of the lacuna is about promotion. Okay. So if that law was in place and I was signed, Anka quickly, I'm sure by now those are the tall facilities among others have already been conscientized that Charlie, anything which has to do with promotion, straight, it be big offense.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say is that now I'm coming to them. What I'm now trying to say is that in as much that we do not have this family value bill, where some judge has made us understand that they have resubmitted to the speaker, where they are waiting for the first reading soon, we need, as a nation, we have a certain moral fiber of our society. We have certain moral codes. And these people at our facilities, especially national facilities, should be ensuring the enforcement of these moral codes. So, if you have given access to people to come, you for watch them. If they are doing anything which goes against those moral codes, you have the right to stop them or drive them away from those facilities.
Please, can I come in now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
So, we need, because from what happened on social media, most of the people, I wouldn't say all, we abhor it. And that should be, we say that the will of the people is the will of the Lord. So, that thing should be able to go down to those who are manning some of our national monuments so that anyone cannot get up and go and do anything. Because at the end of the day, they are our pride, those symbols. And when people go there to do anything which is in opposite of what the spirit of the country believes in, it becomes like denigration. Like Sam George rightly said, this is despicable.
Okay.
So
Adam, let me support you here. The Parliament of Ghana, promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill 2021. Here's a memorandum. Tilly, do I have your attention?
Yes, please.
Adam, do I have yours?
Yeah, I do. You do.
The object, I beg your pardon, of the bill is to provide for proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values, proscribe LGBTQ plus and related activities, proscribe propaganda of advocacy for or promotion of LGBTQIAAP plus and related activities, provide for the protection of and support for children, persons who are victims or accused of LGBTQIAAP plus and related activities and other persons and related matters. On 31st January 2021, several news media in Ghana reported the opening of an LGBTQIAAP plus advocacy resource center in Accra. It's not funny. It's not funny. Oh.
I know, just say plus and it will cover the rest.
No, you see, LGBT. I didn't LGBT. L is what, lesbians. B is what,
bisexual.
G is what, gay.
Gay.
Thank you. You know that. And T
Transgender. Hey, transgender.
Who's the Ghana BBI kind of double trumu.
Transgender.
T near transgender.
I know one T, which is I didn't know that.
It is TTQQIAAP plus.
And even not telegender. Because I know it's trans. I don't know the other T.
Let me continue. In the Australian. Eddie Assem. He said they are making. I know super so intelligent.
Document.
I'm not for saying no.
Document now.
Canal.
Document now, Kitano.
Right.
Me who adebi wo document ni mo.
Eti mami nwe.
Like what I was trying to refer to. I say Act 29 in the same document. I say Act 29 being the principal legislation on criminal offences in Ghana prohibit incest, bestiality. Act 29, however, does not make specific references to LGBTQIAAP+. This is no surprise since Act 29 was promulgated about 60 years ago when the subject of the LGBTQ+ in Ghana was far-fetched. Section 104 of Act 29, which is the most proximate reference to LGBT+, only prohibits unnatural carnal knowledge as follows. 1. A person who has unnatural carnal knowledge, A, of another person of not less than 16 years of age without the consent of that other person commits first-degree felony.
Yes.
And it's liable on conviction to a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years and not more than 20 years. Or B,
Not 25.
25 years.
Not 20.
B, of another person of not less than 16 years of age with the consent of that other person commits misdemeanor, or of an animal commits misdemeanor.
Okay, and just say no.
So what I'm trying to say is that there is a lacuna. You know, our law, Act 29, which is our Criminal Offences Act, does not make reference to LGBT+. And this family values bill is aimed at closing the lacuna.
So you see, when he was trying to alert you onto something, you were not listening because you were trying to make a point. You cited a case, which is sodomy.
Yes.
Sodomy is, sorry to say, Obama for Obama.
Yeah.
Right.
That is LGBTQ.
Right.
But that is not the case.
The case, that's not
so
it.
The person you mentioned, the case you mentioned, it could be, say, he was arrested because of maybe or the mind on a year.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's in the law.
But what does that got to do with this?
No, you didn't understand.
No, we understood that he was trying to let you know. Say, no, listen.
You people didn't understand.
Okay, so let us understand.
No, yeah. No, you didn't understand me. Asem, no, you are just listening to respond. What I'm trying to say.
How was I able to?
No, I was not first. I mean, I'm making submission. And in making submission, you need to lay down certain fundamentals to explain to the listener. So, what I was putting down was what our law says currently, and what the members of parliament have put together is aimed at tackling.
Yes.
Then after that, what our law says and what our members of parliament would want to do, that is where I came to that place. I was in no way linking this to. I was laying the ground rule that as we stand. No, but you don't determine where I should come from.
Adam, let me tell you something a bit controversial. Right? Here I am with my daughter at age 5. Okay, she's 7. So let's say 6 at the time last year. And I had visited, we had gone to a joint to go buy food.
Yeah.
And Daddy, I want to pee. Okay. I took her to the washroom just to lower her pants down, and she wore this jeans pants, right? Let me say trousers before I get into trouble. So trousers. So help her. And immediately we came out of the washroom. I could read from the faces of people who were there like, hey, like what were you doing in the washroom with a child, like a minor, right? I don't know, maybe they were not thinking like that, but I was rather having too many thoughts. In a case where I had just come out from a washroom with a child, I'm very sure. Okay, I won't say very sure, but maybe some countries frown upon it.
Yeah.
Oh, the fact that
You are the father.
you may not even be the father. They don't care whether you are the father or not, because well, there are a lot of parents who sodomize their children. Yeah. There are a lot of parents, right, who commit such incest. They sleep with their own children.
Which is even stated in this.
It's stated in the document.
Unnatural
in
canal.
there. Do you understand? So in this case, just seeing me, can I be accused? That's why I brought you up to speed that look, these people have taken a picture. Let's not even look at that. The issue is about where they took the picture. Hold. They can kiss. Well, all you know, they are not even engaging in carnal acts. How about that?
Yes, so that is why I didn't accuse them of doing that.
So
but
why
so
show us off with all of these documents?
because those arguments have arisen as a result of that. Because I mean, if people see that two people, you know, when you are doing like when you are trying to make an inference, I mean, if two adults have been able to kiss in public, you want to think far. But I'm trying to bring these matters up to address those who are making those arguments. Then the third part of my submission was on the fact that those who man or who are in charge of these areas should protect our national, they should protect our cultural or moral codes as a country.
Right. So
that we kind of, even though we don't have certain laws to address some of these things, those, I mean, holding up to some of these moral fiber of our society, moral codes, can help us address some of these things.
That was where Tilly drew your attention to. You claim there are no laws to govern this, yet you threw us into a certain law that cannot bind these people or cannot hold them to their act. So what are you saying?
So it is too. I mean, people are making those arguments.
But you know better.
So we have
you
to,
just wanted us to know that you know the law.
No, we have to educate them. We have to, because if we are not educating, why are we here? We have to let them understand that the country has a certain law.
Line. This conversation, he based it on a premise, but you have taken us way too far.
It's not way too far. It's not way too far.
How?
It's education.
Because me and you have confused me.
No, I'm not confused you because you've not.
You say me and me say
yeah, because no, what I'm saying is that because maybe you've not averted your mind to that. It's just way of information.
So you
information in there.
So you believe that what you are saying is so clean. Me, I'm not able to. I'm telling you that. That's why I give
it's a way.
Specific.
Just take it that it's information.
Okay, it is information.
My last part was where I came to the people.
Okay.
And how those who are, I mean, looking at those places can pay attention and help us, because that's our national pride. And we need to ensure that you can't come and do it. And there are some places you go, they say they don't want you to cross a certain threshold. And those there, when sure you don't cross that threshold.
Okay, all right, can I come in now?
Yes, you can, please.
So you asked, first of all, I want to focus on this particular thing. You asked why they went there and all those things. So according to them, which is the Lou and Rue, no? They are saying
Louis and Rui.
They are saying that so the campaign is called Show Ghana Love Campaign. So according to them, through the Show Ghana Love Campaign, we are confronting the erasure and criminalization of queer people by love bombing Ghana's iconic landmarks of freedom, showing that until queer people are free, no one is truly free. So that is why they went to such places and why they are doing.
So there is something behind the picture.
So those there,
you were the money, Gaza.
So for them as activists, that is why they chose such landmarks to go and do that. Now, I see the conversation people are having. My thing is, have people even followed the way activists move around the world? They go to places that will trip conversations like this. Right. So it is intentional, targeted. It's called campaign for a reason.
When you intelligence.
What you say? So they do and go to places. Sometimes Prince Harry's, because you're activists. What you say? Because they have to do things at places that will evoke a certain and start conversations that people are not willing to have. And that's exactly what we are doing. Now, when you say that, the people that are at these checkpoints, they are supposed to watch, but which law are they going to use to watch? No, I'm not asking you a question. It's the American rhetoric. Unless there is something that is against something we call obscenity. But if it is about the fact that there are two gay men standing there, clearly there's no law preventing them.
Kissing.
Ain't you know why are you as a tall guard or somebody who takes care in Rabbi, the fact that it makes you uncomfortable, you know? And so if I tell you that your afro hair makes me uncomfortable, you have to go in Sakura.
You have a certain.
Also, your moral is not the same. These people are no. Adam, let me finish. I beg you. The morals that you have is not the same for somebody. Hold on, don't.
This is our town.
Also, it's your town. I had money to protect it. The fact that we could have left things to say, because we are a Christian country, then we don't need the law. But they know that you cannot use your religion as the law for everybody, because not everybody is Adam. Stop. Not everybody is in line with it, which is why we have laws of the land. Now, everybody will operate in a free range, hoping that people understand where they are coming from and their religious backgrounds. You get
morals
it?
Are not law.
So I'm telling you that it is the morals. They know we have morals, which is why they are trying to get the law so that it is enshrined. So until you have the law that tells you that stop and somebody from kissing or stop whatever, or if there's a law that says these things are obscene, and you people have to watch out for it, until you have that back. You cannot go and stop somebody because it makes you unhappy or because it
some
goes
morals
against.
Are not law.
Also,
you are in a bus, elderly person come, you stand up, the person says, it not be law.
But you will not criminalize anybody if they don't stand up.
Of course.
But you see, if there is come on, if there is a law that tells young people to stand up when they see older people, then you have a case.
So that's why we are
which
pushing
is
Parliament
so until Parliament signs, you don't have the law to go and tell them.
Let's hold the morals.
Which morals? Your morals are on somebody.
Okay, allow her to make a.
You see.
It's a conversation.
Exactly what he did to you, and you were riled up. So why you did the same thing to me? What you are saying? So the conversation then is, if our leaders see these things to be so abhorrent or whatever, now. The MPP4. Now let's talk about the thing the way it is. MPP4. And Timon said the way it was so bad, and that there was no advocacy when it was delayed. The signature was delayed from Mokam. It goes to speak about the hypocrisy subject is talking about. So if it was that bad, and so we need a law that can prevent something like this. There was no signature, no butter. And you were all quiet because once again it is party interest over national interest. Now NDC is in power. We have seen letter of agencies or order of agency getting things being done swiftly. Major majority or super majority. How they are able to get things? The minority will vote against a majority because they have super majority. If really this thing is of interest to the country now. If it was as important as it was pushed when NDC was in opposition, now that they are in power, it's no longer a private member bill. The president even said that it has to be sponsored and it become a national thing. So why the delay? I'm even glad that now some judge has made a statement that, they have presented this. And that is a good update I am looking for all this time. What you are saying? So until there is something that can stop somebody, unless there is another law that talks about things that are considered obscene and that we can use to hold them. But until that thing is done and LGBTQ is considered signed by the president as being part of their unnatural canal knowledge, you can't hold anybody because your moral, whatever, are pricked. No. You can't use your moral to fix everybody in this country. That is why we consider the morals and the laws, and then we enshrine it in the law. See the bear, whether it makes you happy or not, the law says you have to do the right thing. Let's do the right thing as a nation.
But what shows is the MPP only calling for some judges' attention? Could it also not be? I think that they judge Ghanaians.
It's here for Joe, so your MPP. I've seen his post. He's going also very viral. Very viral.
But I mean, they didn't care about the time. Even when it was, the speaker was about to transmit, we saw a letter from the presidency that the speaker should not transmit it to the presidency because somebody has gone to court. And I mean, all the back and forth, at the end of the day, we didn't get it passed by the 8th parliament. Now, the 9th parliament comes and it has to start again. I mean, that's what the law says. So now this parliament is starting. And that's why they are going to do the first reading and go through the other processes to ensure that it comes back. So, I mean, as a country, if we don't like something, we need to show it in practice and not wait and pretend that they like them. Meanwhile, in practice, we've not shown that. I mean, that is where it becomes difficult and challenging. Let's when we abhor, we abhor. When we want action, make we show action, and not go the other side and do those kwani then things. I mean, it's not nice. And these people, you pay me pass them come execute them agenda that easily.
No, but you see, that's the thing. In America, this thing is planned.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they will do that to every African country that they are speaking against LGBTQ, because in South Africa, LGBTQ is even normal.
And they come. And you know the funny thing? Some of the people for some of these areas, most of them young phones, them see the people say, Charlie, they say, the cost of Kwani, they say, you name the cost. I mean, it's really, really bad and sad for me. A shame is a planning agenda, me cookie, no maybe the agenda no. Them cook come top for here.
Wow. Kwame Dazi is speaking. Says, Senior, good question to Adam. Actors Guild is in court over alleged irregularities in the 2018 election. Veteran actor Abeku Sego and others like Henry Hardin and Messiah Siedu filed a lawsuit after claiming the election lacked transparency and sidelined due process. No proper voters' register was made available and candidates reportedly ran unopposed. So how can Mickey step in? Mickey can only vie for president after the court issue is over. So as I said, issue day.
Yes, but you see, Anuya near the castle. So Kwame, anya Anuya near the castle.
Oh, Anu near the castle. I
know better no kwa why it's anu be any beat fan come myself.
Oh, they tubu. Obiane ne approach. 2018. By now, Obia won the first born. 2018 up to now.
Till you see Yate, no one tell.
Oh, groups, so creative art groups, I think. Court, yeah, lawyer for Ghana Bar Association, common town court, Ghana Bar Association, lawyer for group. But creative art, court, you be our Ghana. Hey, law.
Let me hear from you, listeners. Share your thoughts, and I'm reading your comments on. This guy can talk. August.
August 9 for former player Ghana.
Okay. Our next story in Chin Chin Band is speaking. Now Chin Chin Band. This issue they are talking about. Chin Chin Band say Momo Award. It says bands must be recognized in award schemes.
Yeah. Which is already happening.
Check TGMA Group of the Year. Check
which was of course Fra was in.
You give me the nominations.
Kwampa was there.
The Chin Chin Band is calling for greater recognition of bands in the music industry particularly in award schemes. According to them, despite the significant contributions of bands to Ghanaian music, they are often overlooked and underappreciated. Chin Chin Band believes that creating a category of for bands in award schemes will not only recognize their contributions but also encourage more quality bands to emerge. The band also knows that the current award schemes are limited with too few categories. By recognizing bands and creating more categories, the Chin Chin Band believes that young musicians will be more inspired to develop their talents and stay true to their unique identities. Listeners, check this.
A lot of bands now are coming out with their own projects, with their original songs. And when you go back, it is what it was. Cause look at Osibisa, King Bruce, and Nanampedu. They all had bands, and yes, so the band is doing a lot, but it's not being seen. We are doing the best we can, and I feel the big people in the industry can also help. We was talking about the award scheme. I don't mean to be controversial, but I feel like there has to be a category for bands, best bands, and that will even bring up more quality bands, because we know we are being recognized. I hope you get me.
Yeah,
yes.
I understand.
So I feel like bands should have their category. Underground musicians should also have, because it's like
they do on some category.
Yes, but if you compare, say, the Grammys to, there are a lot more categories for them than one, because you can't box all of them. There are many than the mainstream. You understand? So I feel like a lot more could be done. Yes, and then when that is done, the young ones will develop more interest. You understand? Because they see that the bands like in Chin Chin Band and all the other bands I've mentioned are being ourselves. We are projecting ourselves. We are staying true to our identity, and they will also stay true to their identity, because everybody is unique.
Hitz FM 103.9.
Right, Chin Chin Band. All of a sudden, they're talking about identity. Now I asked them to check for me the just ended Telecel Ghana Music Awards and the category for Group of the Year. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
I think the Group of the Year had Team Eternity.
Speak up, please.
The Group of the Year had Team Eternity.
Which is a band.
Yeah. Had Keche.
Okay.
Better Revival Choir.
That's a band.
Yeah. Kwampa Band.
That's a band.
Lali and Lola. Yeah, these were the people in the group.
At least about 2 or 3 bands in there. Yeah. Fra had nominations, I think, the previous year with their You Dey Feel the Vibe song. Yes.
So, I mean, the opportunity for them to get in, provided
Chin Chin Band
they make the requirements. But I think from what he's trying to say, he feels like because this is like a collaboration sort of, it is stifling their ability to get more nomination, because he feels like there are a lot of the bands there. And I mean, everybody in his space will love to speak positive for his space. So now he wants more recognition for the sector in which they ply their trade, because knowing the TGMA and the kind of, strength it has is going to put a certain endorsement value among others on them, and that is also going to open up the space and, increase revenue among others, because they are getting certain rewards which has the ability to, increase their equity as a brand. So he wants to fight for more spots or more slots for that space. It's up to the scheme, because every scheme, they also have the object of the scheme and what the scheme stands for. It's about them sitting down and saying that, okay, this falls in our object, and we think if it happens, it's rather going to add more to us than taking away from us. So if they look at the pros and cons and they think that it works, they can do it like they did with the gospel session. Over the years, we've heard the Gen Zs or the new crop of young gospel artists saying that urban or contemporary side is booming, and there's a certain market for it. So, in merging them with the traditional one and limiting the number of nominations they can get, they were pushing for a separate group. And this year, the organizers listened to that cry and created a separate group.
For the urban...
Yeah, the contemporary, and created a separate group for the gospel, traditional gospel. And we saw it happen. So if the scheme think that there's a market for it and it's important, they can separate maybe the bands from the group. But others are also saying that they are a band and they are a group. So, like, I mean, what is it? Maybe the scheme can say, okay, because there are a lot of the bands there, we are increasing the number of people who can get into that category. So maybe if it is 5, we can take it to maybe 7 or 8 so that it can open up the category for a lot of these bands to get in. I mean, they can look at these two scenarios.
Have they found out if they qualified for TGM? I'm very much informed. I'm very well informed that they released an album or a song, right? So I know they had a project which could have qualified them into that category. So what barred them or what prevented them from gaining that attention? That is what they have to look at. I'm very sure if they had had that nomination, this conversation wouldn't have started in the first place.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, when it suffices, it will not only be for them, but others will also get the opportunity. So for me, I even want to look it beyond them and look at the others who can get that platform. So, I mean, going forward, the scheme can look at increasing the number in the category or trying to separate like they did for gospel. I mean, but if they think that they are also a group, they can just increase the numbers in the category. And most of them should also show interest by either, I mean, having the necessary requirements so that they can qualify to be there and submit.
I also think that they are not just calling for a category to be represented in a group. I think they want bands to be separated from groups, where Chin Chin Band, Fra Band, Wan Band. So it's like
at the end of the day, I said this is the best band in
Afro Harmony
when
Band.
you are traveling with that accolade,
right,
it's very huge.
Right.
And number 1 band in Ghana.
Asumafo Band.
That's a big accolade for them. And that's business.
Then someone will also come up and say they should separate somebody like Yal Sapon, who is the leader of the Asumafo, so that it will have only the bands. So it is wrong. Hey,
it's all up to the board of the scheme. They know the direction they are going. And they will weigh the argument and see whether it falls in line with their bigger picture.
Okay. So, his problem is not just wanting the band of the whatever title or a category for them. He wants more opportunities so that they don't feel limited. But I don't think he has paid attention to the scheme, especially even TGMA, which is the biggest award that awards TGMA musicians here in Ghana. Now, if he's saying that we should separate bands from groups, then it means that automatically he's saying that we should retire that category Group of the Year. Because there was a reason that category was retired for a while. Because it was almost rotating around the same people. Keche, Dope Nation, and now Lale and Lola, and what you're saying. So the inclusion of the bands have now made it a bit more exciting, hoping that, okay, now that we have the Sun Trophy, we have the Fra, we have the this, who are also groups anyways, it becomes a bit more exciting because these artists, these groups are dropping hits, and they feel that it was a big hit. What you're saying. So if hit is part of getting the Group of the Year thing, these people have it. It didn't have to be a duo. In fact, Team Eternity, they won Group of the Year. They are a band, a full band. So my thing is, he should take his time and look at that, the scheme, and understand the opportunities in it for bands. Because mind you, the lady that sang was nominated for Female Vocalist of the Year. That's another opportunity for somebody in a band getting nominations. Now they are instrumentalists. I'm sure there's a category for it. These people banned for no, they are instrumentalists. So the sound that comes, can't they be nominated? Can't they vie to get their engineers, their sound people, their band people, those that play the sound, getting nominated there? Now there is a technical part of the work they do, which is the engineering part, which we have sound engineers,
right?
Records of the year. So they don't understand the scheme, you know. They are not able to see the opportunities they can use. So they think, oh, because a group of them, so let's just go for the good. No, there are other opportunities. As a matter of fact, High Life Song of the Year can be nominated from a band or drop a High Life Song of the Year. High Life Album of the Year, Sound Trophy album can be nominated. So the scheme itself has too many opportunities if they want to explore. But if they don't understand it, there are people like me who charge, understand the scheme, and then you pay me and I'll show you the opportunities in there that you can also explore, because I understand and I can see and I know that I was asked onto that job. So get somebody like me who understand the scheme. You pay me and I'll show you the opportunities.
Allah,
they also the lankum, the lonkum.
Lacuna.
The lacuna in the award scheme. Pay me and I'll show you the lacuna in TGMA. So you can add it to your.
About lacuna, you mentioned another word.
Loophole. Lacuna. No. Pay me.
Blamability of the lacuna.
And I will show you the lacuna, because this blamability will not go accept.
Don't go accept for the board.
Hitz FM 103.9.
We are live on this 103.9 FM. Hey, I don't make good about bro. I can say bravo. Lacuna and loophole. Let me get on Facebook. There are certain comments over there, not too many anyway. But hey, send yours and I'll read them on air. Original quote that says, "Senior Andy, please, when we say Actors Guild, does it refer to Kuma Udunkwa and Accra Wood?"
Accra Wood. Correct.
Please, this is the Actors Guild of Ghana. This is the Ghana Actors Guild, right? Ghana Actors Guild. And you
the minister Atifufo, where they held election, Kafa, Kumawood Ashanti Film Association, and they voted within the week to elect their executives. Yeah, after they formed a group to.
I know he chaired the brothers. You saw on that that one I don't know.
A group should go and do a research. It was part of the research findings the group brought.
And I mean, next week,
like or setting up a committee.
I know he did that. Yeah,
and one of the findings,
an association.
Yeah, one of the findings was to establish an umbrella body.
And they have
established.
With the ministers,
they voted EC supervised the election. The Electoral Commission supervised the election, and they've elected their representatives.
Hey, Jale, me man shout out. Let me give some shout out.
Kafa. Enye di edino, enye Kafa edino.
Pacho, it's
Ofri Facebook shout out.
Okay, Ofri Abemwa, Kafa ni beka hwa na say it goes
with him.
And the beka color is
5,000 boys says today Hitz in his studios. Adam no fit cry till the assembly. MCI boy say I'm gagging Adam. Obaya another. Nana.
By the way, shout outs to MCI boy. On was sending me information, like more research.
Na inky woman.
Yeah, the or 2 years in the crowd. Yeah, we see whoa.
Me
mom.
As a brabi yewe na untiashe
wechi. There's a dear. So you can't accept the fact that probably you were also throwing us off. Me now, that had to be far.
No. Me no. Okay.
I have one more story, please. Yeah, quickly. Kofi Lumas, I was shocked seeing pictures of them. If there's any law or no law passed, don't we have morals and values as a nation? So they can be brought to book. But what happened to the security personnel at the premises? Or is there no security guards there? So that is what I wanted us to look at. And now we are now to the end of the because I wanted us to look at that space. Who can gain access to that space? Anyone. Which measures do you go through? Is there any form you fail to express or tell why you are there? Because if, let's say, you are renting it for a party, for example, RNAQ, we went there for a party.
Yeah, depending about some of like these guys, they will not state the true.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. That
Even
something must be. No, yes.
They won't tell you why. They say, "Oh, we are just."
Why won't they tell you? Because if you're coming to shoot a music video, look, 2 weeks ago, Piwizzle took me to a joint. Beautiful. Hey, Charlie, something Springs. Oh my God, please forgive me. Nice place, Charlie. Them.
Yeah.
Well, I think Kwabinyo Shongman Estates, oh baby. Beautiful. Charlie, for CD. Charlie, I'm a architect. Oh, Charlie, out of this world. And we went there, we're having a conversation. So we'll come there, oh, you can use this place. Oh, you want to shoot a music video? Hey, well, Andy, you can come. Yeah, but you say you'll be able to a music video. Why? And so we mentioned that, so who are some of the artists you have? So my artists, these are people that live in America, Momentia. So, Kim Paluta, and he said, yes, I know, Famille. Famille. No, Famille, no, niño. Then I sang one of the songs, Praise the Lord. Oh, and you're to have a shower. Because Ophil said,
it's false in line, like
with their faith or something, right? So everyone, Obiane said your name. So if you go there, and some people come there, WabiPJ and his people go there with their cameras, and because they paid, we allow them to shoot there. Is that what you are saying?
That's what I was saying. That moral code, that convention. When it comes to, it's not. Tilly was hitting hard on the law that if there is no law, you cannot do anything. That's why I was trying to say that we in the absence of law, certain moral codes and conventions can be put into practice.
But you say can, but is it already practiced? Is it
and
already in place?
That is why I'm saying those there should be conscientized.
But they don't near count me and can.
That was the third. We see the third leg of my submission had it.
I gave you a premise. Stay within the parameters of the premise.
But we also educating people.
I know they say I know they are different. So let's say, for what you are saying.
What I was trying to say is that,
but for educational purposes, then you would go into it. But making it look like this is how it's supposed to be per the laws of the country.
What I was just trying to say is that our Criminal Offences Act 29 does not make reference to that.
Let me add this.
That is why Parliament.
Yeah. So what just sent is that according to KOD, you need to get permission to access the place. So
in
who
did
they take permission from?
Good
For what reason did they say
Yes, and I make her say, even when it comes to the permission, they can lie with the intention.
No, but there's somebody there.
But like because we always see people go take pictures there.
If you go to Kakum, there's always somebody there that is helping you. So if you are going to take permission to use the place, is there nobody who is there from the people you took permission from, watching what is going on to see that it conforms to? And now what you are saying there, it ties in. But if the place is open and anybody can, and there's no law, then you cannot intimate.
So regulations.
So
some of the things like this.
Which places, which agencies or institutions grant permission for people to go and use that place, and what were they told? That's exactly that is where the conversation can go.
So at times, some of these things are wake up call. So now, if I'm sure now there will be stricter adherence to if there is regulations, if they do have regulations there. Now they will ensure that those regulations spelled out is strictly enforced, because this has become a wake up call for even those who work there. And if we do not have those regulations, I'm sure it has presented an opportunity to put in place a certain regulation so that they tell you that here you can do this, this, and this, but you can't do that. You understand? Now, if you go to, formally, if you go to your friend is saying, we know aquarium or something, if you go to the Dubai Mall to go and watch the aquarium, you can go close to it. But now, they have put in place like a barricade.
Actually, let me cut you.
I'm coming.
Mr. Andy,
Yes.
you see, with this thing that he's saying, we don't need the laws of the land to be. We don't need any law to do that. Hold on. It's just institutions who have to sit up and do what they have to do because there's law protecting.
Right.
What you say?
You can't come there without telling me.
Exactly, without calling me. Now I'll be home.
Right.
No, go home. What you say? So the institutions have to sit up. But if you have to look at the conversation that has become big now, which is the LGBTQ signing, that is an entirely different conversation that has to be had. But pertaining, that is why he was telling you, saying, "Come on, baby, now they're coming."
Oh no,
I'll
I'll have a problem with you when you go there because and we are not just discussing
because
this.
his premise was
Me
that.
man will premise
Yes,
that
Andy,
them.
you gave a premise. I came there, but the fact is that this has become a national conversation. And I read, before I came in, I read what Sam George wrote. And it is important that we set... It is important that...
I can't take it anymore.
It is important that we let people understand what the situation is. Why, even in the first place, someone who was listening to us and will be asking, so what is that family values bill going to do in the first place?
The premise.
And I was...
no,
that would be more confusing.
Oh, hey, me, as a host, Mrs. Shatta.
Oh, no, I'm not downplaying anything.
No.
But Andy...
Adam Pacho.
Before
Adam, I beg you. The program starts at 9, it ends at 12.
Yeah.
You come here at 11:30 and I ask you, why didn't you come at 9? Say, hey, I know they're very too confused. Why would it be confusing? I've given you a premise.
And
Stay within the
there.
premise. When you are done, let me extend it that Charlie and the Pacho time, the program night, they do to the every 12 and call 1. Then we can do it. But would you want jumping from 9 now?
But I went there. I still went there.
Oh, you didn't go in.
Oh, the last part.
Which
where
last
I was talking about those there enforcing certain moral codes of our society, because there are certain things that in the majority of the people in the country agree in unison. So and
it could even be on their website that here we don't do this and that. So when you are going, if you break it, even though there's no laws of the land against the LGBT, you say what could go wrong? What I say, but and that was where we're hoping the conversation will be. But I understand, and I don't want you to go there again. So
I went to Dubai. I was in a train, and it has different compartments. Telling me they made me pay baby and quickly I moved into one compartment. When I saw Muslim the jalabi,
right,
the attitude,
right, the turban,
turban. Then Nigerian be, hey Oga, they will find you this place. It before men know they cross that line. Men know they.
So let's say you didn't even know.
But you have freedom of movement.
Okay.
Exactly.
Quickly move.
Hold. This good. Vivi mentioned
exactly.
Dubai. In Dubai, we all know they frown on alcohol.
Yeah.
Yet there are beer bars, there are drinking spots, right? Yeah. They are not necessarily openly, right? But we hear. I've never been to Dubai, so I can't say. But this is what friends and people who've been there say that there are some joints be able to me a trebi. Right, but they don't do it openly. Can you go there? Even in America, you can't walk on the streets with a bottle of beer. You be fine you, right? Eti okotonsa now they are share pepem. Na jawa kata kakra now the udiko ufie. What did I mention? In this case, you know very well that Dubai for no months now the gin akojina vodka akojina say yes. We want to liberate the people who
see powerless.
I'm on power,
that's why they think they
Sharia.
Like, it be you they come show. It be you they come show as liberation. It they pay me.
Why they paying you?
They come execute the thing.
But you see,
smoothly.
If I look at what it's like the way you are feeling right now through their lens, it's a success for them.
Yeah.
Because it's a campaign to make you feel this way.
Next
time we also castle. Any other castles are
yeah.
Please, those are at our toys facility, GTA among others.
Why we not in Ghana when
there should be a wake up call
McMill went to Jubilee House. And Ghanaians were fuming that he had gone there to shoot a music video or something.
Ruby Rose by Ruby Rose phone.
December in GH is coming. So, I mean, GTA, GTDC, all the other agencies, the ministry. I mean, this should be an eye-opener of what people can even cook bigger agenda than this and come eat it in December. We need to be on
Let's pick some calls. Let's hear what Ghanaians have to say. Okay. Let's hear what Ghanaians have to say. Please, it's not just about the LGBTQ or the Rui and Louis photo shoot. Yeah. But share your thoughts with all the topics we've discussed, from the launch of the Accra by Night event till the Chin Band's appeal to event organizers. But let me also read some few comments on Facebook. Osman Anabashar said, "Hey, Tilly Tales." You have to customize this name as given by Boo God. Tilly Tales, small but mighty. Boo God about it.
Yeah, slim na the mama. Tilly
Tales. Oh, it be slim.
Yeah, na Boo God and Dosty and also me register.
Otochi them Nathaniel Andy. The place is called Olive Springs. The place I said I went to. Yeah. Yes. Let's speak with Nana. Nana, good morning and thank you very much for joining us. How are you?
Yeah, morning.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm
right.
Okay, so I think the Ghana 111, those people who are responsible for the ninth at Accra or something.
Accra by night.
Accra by night will say, yes, anything.
By you, yes. What's up? Accra by night.
Accra by night.
Thank you.
Okay. A lot of marketing to do. When you were asking them as to how people can register, he was talking about the flyer. Flyer and or they have it on their platform where people can access.
Yes.
So, on the website near
Ghana Tourism Development Company.
Right. Ghana Tourism Development Company, GTDC.
Okay, good. Another thing is, you see with this music thing, there's something that I always say, competition is good, but there's a point where you mobilize yourself to achieve a certain purpose. That's the mission for the general good. When Kojakoto was speaking the last time on the show, he kept stressing that they have different affiliations as to the people who form their association. However, when it's time to do business, and when he mentioned that they met the president, they went there as business people, as a collective, to achieve a goal. But if we are in a space whereby everybody wants to do it, even use that as yardstick to jab another, then how are we going to achieve a mission, the bigger purpose? So you realize that Roberts was kept stressing about stakeholders. We have legislation issues. We have people who are using the materials and they don't want to pay.
Right.
And the associations who are supposed to enforce the law, we have the amount for court, institutions in court, just so they should pay what for the materials they use, right? So if we want to tackle this thing, not just the musician or the drummer or the even the consumers, we are part of the problem. How are we doing it so that we all be part? So
right.
When we are multimedia,
Nana, please summarize for me.
All right. So, sometimes I don't know. I know where did you
Adam, did you hear that?
I mean, did you?
And you're very and then there was some kind of brother.
Thank you very much, Nana. 0302 216 567 054 884 1039. That is the WhatsApp number. Again, even if you call, I'll pick it up. Let me read some more comments. But I'm waiting for your your calls. So if you call, please, I'll talk to you. Meanwhile, let's speak with Collins. Good morning.
No, this is Kobe.
Hi, Kobe. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Your name?
I want to talk about the LGBTs.
Right.
I saw the pictures a few days back on social media, and it's so bad. It's so bad. They've completely desecrated one of our cherished monuments in this country, and our authorities in this country should set up. It's so bad, so repugnant. Sometimes you see some of these foreigners, I don't know how they see us when they come to this country, whether they think we don't have laws in this country. Or I remember a few years back, was it Popcorn or something, came to smoke. I don't know whether you remember.
Okay.
Yeah, and was it Chris Brown also came to smoke on stage or something? I don't know how they feel, whether they think the laws don't work in this country, or because we don't set example with one of them. It's so bad. It's so appalling, and I think our authorities should set up. It's so sad seeing that.
Right, Kobe. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Sir Atta says, still he can talk and never agree. I swear. 5,000 boys says, Andy, the 2nd August, we go use the NGO money do if he likes it or not. It's loud inside.
Gosh.
Why, 2nd August, why? What's happening?
Date me, Abba.
Adam, I'm asking.
Hey, they ask me.
Yeah.
That one there, make we find out or wait to see.
Yeah, because I know why everyone is talking about 2nd. I heard Debbie Sway also mentioned 2nd August.
Hey, make we see. Maybe it's an NGO.
Look at Johnny.
Let it come launch.
When does he release his 2nd? Isn't it
9th August.
5th August.
24th your birthday. You know, say
24th August.
And 25th your papa birthday.
Oh, papa birthday.
So I'm
your
24th.
Dad. Wow.
Oh, see onjai. Well, because of that, I'm not able to happily enjoy my birthday. Because I was just kind of chemuna.
Your dad's birthday is on 25th.
Yeah,
and you are 24th.
I guess, yeah.
Just like me and my son. But yeah, he was born on my birthday.
Hey, Mudi,
so yeah. So Tyler was born on my birthday. Imagine.
So he will never have it on his own.
No. So what I tell him all the time is, Jack, so unse me ye party where my friends are gathered, no one say Jack, I be a mommy. No. But who's a mato cake about school? Now we enjoy the really a better feed, no one say Jack. Because all my money go reach me. Pizza, cake, and the drinks you and your friends, your classmates will share. But when you come and whiskey going around and...
Okay, so how to differentiate between daddy's birthday and my birthday? If you see the cake and the pizza,
that one there. But when you see me with friends, when we are balling, what was that, Jack?
This is daddy's birthday.
Daddy's birthday, and then no. But Charlie, you won't go there. You know, say, oh, wow. 24th and 25th.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's about me to me enjoy my scan and
son. This year we go do party, me and my son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've never had a party
together.
Hey.
Where did they? Because what are you saying?
He's 12 now. He'll be 13 on 19 September.
Okay, they are cool because we're side you have to do bouncy castle.
Oh no.
Now on the other side they are,
No.
Better paint.
No. That one there. We no go fit.